How's it going, guys? Aaron here from Impact KC Worship. Today we're going to be talking about the lead guitar parts for Reckless Love by Cory Asbury. So let's get into it. Our first section we're going to talk about is the intro. Now take note that you're going to be playing this intro part multiple times during the song. So the only thing you have to adjust is your gain throughout the interludes. Okay? So we are going to be in 13th position. Now one thing to note is this song is in 6/8 at 83 BPM. Now it helps if we were to count this song 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To count it as 1, 2 rather than 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Count it as 1, 2, 1, 2. Now the reason I say that is because this part is going to sound like it's in 2/4. So it's easier to count if we'd say 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Now let's start the section on the neck. We're on the 13th position and our scale will be as follows. So again, 13th position, we have second finger down to our first finger on the first string, fourth finger on the second string, and then we have second finger, second string, down to our third finger on our third string. Now, the rhythm will sound like this. On the second part, we're actually going to add our fourth finger up on the 16th fret. So we put those together. So again, that's the intro, and you're going to play that throughout every interlude through the song.
When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. You've been so, so kind to me. When I felt no hope, you paid it all for me.
Okay, let's move to verse 2. Now note that verse 1 and your first chorus, you're not going to do much. You may want to add some swells or some ambient sounds, but the next part is going to hit on verse 2. So if you listen, the band's going to come in and you're actually going to hit we're basically shaping out an F sharp major chord way up on the 16th fret, 15th, 14th, 14th. That's our shape that we're going to be outlining. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 right on the beat 4. We're going to hit those top two notes on the first two strings, and then we're going to start outlining our third and our second finger back and forth on those eighth notes. So again, it'll sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to hold that out through the entire verse 2 and also at the very beginning of your bridge before you bring in the later lead part. Okay, so let's keep going. So for the chorus, we're going to go back to counting like if we were in 2/4. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we're doing 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. We're going to be up here in the 11th position. So we're going to have our first finger on the 4th string. All right. And then we're going to have our second finger on the 13th fret of the 3rd string. And then we're going to have our pinky up on the 15th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to walk it back and forth. So 1 and 2 and 2 and then when you're at the beginning of the phrase, you rest on 1 again. So it'll sound like this: 1. Here comes 1 again, and rest, and 2, and 1, and 2. That's going to be for every chorus that you play. Now, let's move on to what the rhythm guitarist is going to play. So I want to talk about the shapes that you can play for the progression. So our progression is going to be your minor 6 to your 5 to your 4 to your 1. Now take note, we're going to be in the key of F sharp. So our 6 chord is going to be a D sharp minor. Our 5 chord is going to be a C sharp major. Our 4 chord is going to be a B major. And our 1 chord is going to be an F sharp major. Okay, now I want to show you how you can outline these chords rather than just playing bar chords. Now, our 6th chord is going to look like if we were going to bar, a B minor chord down here. We're actually going to play it all the way up on the D sharp. I'm going to let go of the bar, and I'm just going to outline that chord with the 4 notes. Okay, now my 5 chord, I'm going to bar on the 6th fret, and I'm going to put my pinky up on the 1st string of the 9th fret. And now for my 4 chord, I am going to outline a major 7 4 chord with an add 9. So that sounds complicated, but it's actually really easy to play. What we're going to do is we're in 4th position, first finger on the 4th string on the 4th fret, and then we have our 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to play our 2nd string open, then we're going to put our pinky up on the 6th fret of the 1st string. Sounds like that. Now for our 1 chord, you can choose, I can either go down here, right? I can outline the 1. What I like to do is I like to outline the 1 up here because that can transition me back to my minor 6 easier. So again, if you put it all together, 1. Again, we have our minor 6, to the 5, have our 4, and then to our 1. Okay, now you're going to play that through every chorus, and you're also going to play it, again, if you're playing rhythm, you're going to play it on the big part of the bridge as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the bridge lead. Now going into the bridge, as stated earlier, we're going to be outlining essentially the same thing that we do for verse 2. So we're going to play like this, just outlining those 2 notes. Now when the band actually kicks in, we're going to be moving to a designated lead part. This sounds a lot like the intro and our other lead parts. However, we are no longer counting the 1 and 2 and we're going back to actually counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 count. Okay? So let's see how that'll sound. So we're going to be in the same position that we are for our intro. We're going to start up on that high note with our pinky. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing, and we repeat it. Okay, so it'll sound like this again. Okay, so as soon as you hit that last note, which is our third finger on the third string on the 15th fret, we're going to go straight to that first note to repeat the phrase. So, those are all the parts that you need to know for this song. Again, you just put those pieces together through the repeats, and you have it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful. If you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel, give us a like, and stay tuned for more content coming your way.